Hello everyone, my name is Cody Dunlap and this is my internet use violation case study. This is module 14 for EDL 850, and thanks to Wi-Fi range extender that my wife and I put in our kitchen, I'm doing this screencast from out in our yard. It's a beautiful day here in northwest Kansas. So the case study, what do I know? We know that Dr. Smith is a very distinguished principal. In fact, a Principal of the Year recipient. He has hired someone with extensive schooling in Miss Tate. Her class is rigorous and causes very high stress levels. These are high achieving students, and this is going to be one of their lower grades, and so both students and parents are a little on edge. Someone sends an anonymous email to her that contains a Facebook threat, and Miss Tate thinks that she knows who the suspect is. Going on, the night that Miss Tate calls Dr. Smith, he takes really no action that night, just tells her to sleep well. They will get some hard copies of the Facebook message printed out and go from there in the morning. He's very calm about it, and then he proposes that plan. Some things that I need to know yet in this case study. How big are the class sizes? Miss Tate seems to know her class fairly well, but just having an idea of how many students are in each class would make this easier. What it's like in Miss Tate's classroom on a day-to-day basis. We heard it's very rigorous. Is it orderly? Does she have problems with behaviors other than now? Does the school have the capabilities for tracing that website and who created the post? And then what do the district's internet policies say regarding this problem? Now, the problem is to be identified, and I view it as implied malice because the threat implied that Miss Tate's well-being was to be threatened, and nothing had actually been done. In fact, Dr. Smith actually thinks that it is a prank until they investigate. Plan of action: if I was the building leader in this case, I would talk to my superiors, whether that be the district superintendent. I would review our handbook for policies, ethical policies, and the behavioral policies, particularly regarding malice. Number 3, I would ensure the safety of all staff and students, ensuring that this was not happening in other classes. I would conference with the students to find the culprit. I would use the IT department if possible to try to source the message. I would conference with Miss Tate to make sure she was doing all right. And I would, through communication as in an email or maybe like an all-call situation, provide a reminder just to the district, if possible, on behavior policies such as this. Strategies then going forward. I would locate my handbook, which I'm sure is very handy. Find those policies and procedures in the handbook regarding acceptable use internet policies, behavioral policies in light of this threat. I would also talk to staff, maybe through email, to check for similar situations in other classrooms, make sure things are running smoothly there. Have them all give me their feedback, and then possibly go through these policies and procedures in each classroom first period in one of the following days. I would talk to the IT department on that trace to see if the message could be traced, and then obviously scheduling Miss Tate's conference. Some other strategies that I would carry out. I would like to go visit with each class during first period. I want to give the teachers an opportunity to connect with their classes before I go, but then seeing me would hopefully help reinforce the issue and stress that importance of internet safety when at school and at home if possible, and obviously acceptable uses. Websites could be blocked if the problem continues. I understand that that would be something that most likely would just happen at home or at school. But could be a possibility. And then send out that email with those policies just as a reminder for everyone. To answer the question, what's best for students? The students are reminded and ensured that respect is crucial. Respect is important to give and also to receive. This is a good reminder for staff to be reminded of correct behavior while they're using devices and not. Number 3, which could easily be most important, everyone remains safe. The policies, protocols are followed, and the students receive accountability for positive and negative actions. They should know that I, as the building leader, am going to give them praises or possibly consequences for the things that they're doing in the classes. Problem resolution. I want to make sure, obviously, this doesn't happen again, and that no other staff member or student, for that matter, is being threatened in any way. In this particular instance, Miss Tate was threatened, and she couldn't function properly. She even had to. She even mentioned going to stay at her parents', which was a 3-hour journey one way, just to come back for the next day at school because she did not feel safe in her apartment. Every staff member should be taken care of so they can educate to the best of their ability. And to the student who committed the crime, they need to experience the consequences, albeit if they are legal, they need to experience that and have that be a part of their accountability. Some thoughts, feelings, and values that I had. Obviously felt concerned for Miss Tate and for her well-being. Think it might be wise that she did end up going back to her parents just as a precaution. I felt that Miss Tate jumped to conclusions very fast on who she thought the culprit was, whether that panned out to be correct or not. Very interesting that she was so quick to jump to that. I really felt, and I made a note on my initial read-through of the case study, that Dr. Smith was very calm, and I value that in an administrator, that just stays calm and collected, even when things may be kind of in turmoil. Some issues that are not resolved yet. Need to find out the culprit. Need to find out who did that so that they can receive consequences. Will Miss Tate be able to return to work as normal, and will she be able to teach to the best of her ability? When was the last time since we had conversations with our students on acceptable uses and really behavior policies for that matter? Can the IT department trace that message, that threatening message that Miss Tate received? And could she even trace the message, the anonymous email? Could the IT department trace that? And will further action need to be taken as far as, whether it be blocking sites or maybe legal matters when the culprit is found. How did I apply knowledge that promoted academic success and well-being of every student? By acting with integrity. Number one, I conferenced with others and collaborated with them before making a decision. I allowed no information to be leaked to anyone that it was not supposed to go to, and everyone was ensured safety, everyone in the building. I apply knowledge that promoted academic success and well-being of every student by acting with fairness. Every class was talked to about correct behavior so that this was not replicated. I really wanted the teachers to have opportunity to talk to their classes first before I came in and visited with them about the policies and acceptable use and correct behavior. And then accountability was carried out, and students should know that again, whether acting positively or negatively, that there would be consequences for those. And how did I apply knowledge that promotes academic success and well-being of every student? By acting in an ethical manner. I did not jump to conclusions that consequences were not given until proof had been found. No action was taken the night of the call, and that was the same even in the case study. Dr. Smith did not take any action, wanted to sleep on it and get more information. And everyone is reminded of correct behavior, both online and offline. Hopefully everyone has a better understanding of what is acceptable at school, and then as that carries on, at home as well, to know the difference between right and wrong. Thank you very much for watching this video. This concludes my Module 14 case study for EDL 850. I really learned a lot in the area of school law, and I hope you all did too. And I look forward to maybe taking more classes with you, with all of you, if you still have classes to take. Have a great rest of your summer. Thank you.